Are you looking for a family doctor in Bakersfield, California who is accepting new patients? Well, it can be a challenge for a family to find a primary care doctor or a family practice doctor. Many of the doctor's offices and medical practices in Bakersfield are simply not accepting new patients because of the changes in health insurance, the increased need, and the new Medicare regulations. Most physicians are working harder than ever just to provide services to the patients that they already have. There are limits to the number of patients that a doctor can effectively care for. The average family practice physician in the United States carries about 2,300 patients, while many studies suggest that a family care doctor, who's also called a primary care physician, can only effectively manage about 1,800 patients. As the number of patients goes up, the time spent with each patient at each visit and the quality of care goes down. And as our population ages, there are more and more adults in their 60s and 70s and 80s who require more frequent office visits and longer appointments from their doctors. The paperwork required to get reimbursed from insurance companies has also gone up, way up. And it's now estimated that up to 60% of a doctor's costs are invested into billing insurance companies, following up on denials, rebilling insurance companies, managing cash flow from slow reimbursement times, and meeting the paperwork requirements of the insurance companies. Often doctors feel that they're working for the insurance companies rather than for their patients. So as offices fill up around Bakersfield, what can you do if you're looking for a doctor to become your family's primary care physician? And what criteria will you use to choose a doctor for your family? If you choose a PPO insurance plan, your insurance company will make all the decisions for you. You'll be given a short list of covered providers to choose from, and you will be assigned your doctor. That's an easy process, but it is limiting. Outside of that process, you'll want to know about the availability of the doctor. This is what's called patients' access to care. And the more patients the doctor or office already carries, the harder it will be for you to see that doctor today or tomorrow when you need to see a doctor. The average wait time for a physician appointment varies across the country. The average wait time to see a family physician across the country, the average, is 19 and a half days. In Boston, the average wait time to see a family physician is 66 days. That's the longest in the country. Los Angeles has an average wait time of about 14 days, and Dallas is the shortest average wait time for a major city to see a family physician. It's only 5 days. About 8% of family care doctors in the United States have what is called a membership practice or a concierge model. These doctors will charge a monthly fee or an annual fee to their members, and in return they drastically lower their fees or they simply don't charge for office visits at all. In this membership model of physician care, the average doctor carries between 300 and 600 patients, which greatly improves access to your personal physician. About 50% of appointments can be scheduled on the same day, and most everyone can be seen within 24 hours of calling for an appointment, and that is when you want to see the doctor. The average appointments are longer in the membership model as well. The average face-to-face time with a family care doctor in the United States is 6 to 8 minutes. At a membership medical office, a direct pay doctor, or a concierge medical service, the average appointment time ranges from 30 minutes to 60 minutes. This gives the doctor a lot more time to ask the obvious questions, plus time to ask the less obvious questions, and this improves patient care significantly. Here, then, are the 3 kinds of questions that we recommend that you ask before selecting a physician to become your family's doctor. First, how many people do you have already in your practice? how many people do you have as your patients? Or how many patients per doctor does your office average? It's the same question either way. You want to know how busy is your practice and how much time will you have for me when I need you? The second question is similar to the first. What kind of access would I have to the doctor? What is the average wait time from the time I call for an appointment to actually being seen by the doctor? How many people who call for an appointment are seen the same day or within 24 hours? The third question will be, what is the average cost for an office visit? Or what are the costs for common lab tests? While we would like our health insurance to cover all of these costs, the reality is that most of our health insurance policies have large deductible amounts, a few $1,000s or a lot of $1,000, and we have to pay these deductible amounts out of pocket before the insurance plan actually kicks in. Now, there are some doctors in Bakersfield who only average between 300 and 600 patients, and who have an average wait time of 24 hours or less, and whose average face-to-face time with you when you need to see the doctor will be 30 minutes or more. And these doctors don't charge for office visits or even for the most common lab tests. They're included in the low monthly membership fee. It's a lot like being a member of a health club, where whenever you need to go work out, you just simply go to the club. These doctors' offices are like that. These membership doctors' offices, when you need to see a doctor, you go see the doctor, and you don't get charged for the office visits. And you can learn a lot more about these kinds of medical practices at drmensick.com. That's drmensick.com to find membership medical practices in Bakersfield, California.